But I do it all the time, I guess. Just going through NORM montages on YouTube. He's just such a prolific joke writer. Like just so many jokes that like these NORM montages that just pop up. 30 minutes of NORM here, an hour of NORM there. It's like you just sit there watching the whole thing.
He had an amazing ability too. We were just watching that Jon Stewart crocodile hunter clip.
I wanted to talk about the crocodile hunter because I think it was tragic at the time, but I think I don't know, people call him and then they're shocked. Oh, hey, you wouldn't believe it. Who got killed? The crocodile hunter. Please don't make me laugh at this. And they were like, he was 44 years old. I'm like, that's a ripe old age for a crocodile hunter.
He was really conversationally funny. Like the joke didn't have to end until he seemed to want it to end.
Yes.
Like he just kept, like, it was funny too. And I was watching thinking the balls to do that. Like Jon Stewart is like, okay, like, because he's laughing, but he's like, all right, he was only 90. And Norm's like, hey, Bill. And he's just he's still doing the characters. Like he's not ready for it to be finished.
Yeah. He didn't care about getting the laugh in the room sometimes, especially on those TV shows. Obviously on stage, but like in the room, he didn't necessarily care if people weren't going with him. That's the way he always was. I mean, if you go back to those Weekend Update montages of Frank Stallone jokes, like some of them land real hard, but some of them don't land at all.
According to the EPA, it will cost an estimated $295 million to clean up toxic waste at the former Lockheed Martin military aircraft plant in California. The cause of the toxic waste? You guessed it, Frank Stallone. In economic news, unemployment figures rose slightly for the month of October, with declines in the Dow Jones and NASDAQ. The reason for the sudden downturn? You guessed it, Frank Stallone.
And you could clearly see on his face, like, all these jokes are just for him.
Yeah, he didn't care.
He didn't care. And they're hilarious. Like, I don't know exactly when the bit is from, but it seems like he probably wrote the bit right around when he first got the diagnosis, because, like, I didn't even know the bit existed, to tell you the truth. But people were passing it around yesterday of him talking about how men used to be able to just get sick and die, and now they have to wage a war against cancer.
Yeah.
And it's like he probably wrote that.
That was 2001 or 2011. So yeah, probably
as he got diagnosed.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure, I'm not a doctor, but I'm pretty sure if the cancer dies, I mean, if you die, the cancer also dies at exactly the same time. So that, to me, is not a loss, that's a draw. That's you know what I mean? It's not like the cancer's going to jump up and go, Uncle Bert's wife. Where is he? I won fair and square.
The cancer died at the same time. That's not a loss. That's a draw.
He would go on these talk shows and do like old man jokes.
Yeah.
And they were long. Like when he went on Conan O'Brien and did the moth joke.
Yeah.
A moth goes into a podiatrist's office.
A moth goes into a podiatrist's office. Right?
You are correct.
And it took 4 minutes to get there, and the punchline is it's a joke punchline. But he liked it. He just loved the joke so much that he was getting through it, and he gets there, and it's like, it's worth it.
And so the doctor says, Moth, man, you're troubled. But you should be seeing a psychiatrist. Why on earth did you come here? And then the moth said, because the light was on.
The ability to do that and to not panic and to not bail out and to commit to it and go, this is what I'm doing, and that's it.
I found, as I was looking at clips, it seemed like his 3 favorite topics on Weekend Update were OJ, obviously Frank Stallone, and Vince Foster, and making jokes about Clinton murdering Vince Foster.
And veteran news anchorman David Brinkley apologized to Bill Clinton for an election night commentary in which he called the president, quote, boring and uncreative. Admitted Brinkley, There was certainly nothing uncreative about the way you moved Vince Foster's body. The president's a murderer. You didn't know that?
Here's another OJ joke from Weekend Update.
In his book, O.J. Simpson says that he would have taken a bullet or stood in front of a train for Nicole. Man, I'm going to tell you, that is some bad luck when the one guy who would have died for you kills you.
Relentless.
Yeah, it really is. The beauty of Norm is there is nothing underlying. It's just about the joke.
It's just about being funny.
You know, that's it. What's the funniest thing for this moment?
Yep.
This is what it is.
He hated what was going on in comedy as far as people being punished. And I mean, he really hated it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, that's the one time that he actually started to get in trouble was because he was defending Louis and he was defending Roseanne.
And Shane.
And he defended Shane. Yep,
big, yeah.
Yep, big time defender of Shane. Because he got it. Because he's like, we're telling jokes here. What are we doing?
Yeah. Yeah, he was really furious about that. Yeah, it's terrible. Just terrible.
He spent a lot of time being funny, though.
Oh, fucking hilarious.
He put a lot of funny out there.
Yeah. And I don't think there's anybody with a similar delivery or a similar, like, it's completely unique. He's a completely unique thinker and just a completely unique joke teller, joke writer.
If you try to do a Norm joke, it's like, it's not funny when anybody else does it. And it's because they're not, I mean, he's a genius.
It's natural.
Yes.
It's completely natural. It's completely, you don't watch it for a second thinking this is not who this guy is. Like you watch it and go, this is completely natural for him to tell a joke this way or to talk this way. That's why he could end the joke when he wanted to, because he seemed so comfortable and natural that, all right, whenever he says it's done, it's done.
You were with him you were on the dais for the Bob Saget roast
of
Comedy Central.
Yep.
And that's one of those instances where, of course, it's like, oh, I can't wait. Norm's going to be so outrageous. Norm's just going to say stuff that you could never say on TV. And then he gets up there
hilarious.
And he just does
old man
jokes.
No, but Bob has a beautiful face, like a flower. Yeah, cauliflower. No offense, but your face looks like a cauliflower.
Yeah, I believe his joke about you was that you're a very colorful person. Because you have a yellow belly and you're green with envy. And that was it. Like, there was no follow. It's like, that's the joke.
And Jim Norton of here is, of course, probably one of the most colorful characters I've ever met. Colorful personalities I know. You're green with envy and you have a yellow streak down your back.
One of his jokes about Geraldo was like, I'd love to have Geraldo's brain. Not because he's smart, but because it's very unused. Like, thanks.
But if I ever need a brain transplant, why, I would choose yours, Greg, and here's why. It's not because you're smart. It's because your brain has never been used. No, but Greg Giraldo, I'm just joking him. He has the grace of a swan, the wisdom of an owl, and the eye of an eagle. Ladies and gentlemen, this man is for the birds.
Man's for the birds.
I was sitting there like all day yesterday, like just stopping. Jess is like taking care of the kids, and I'm like, Jess, there's another Norm joke. Because I'm looking at YouTube, and I'm like, all right, Jess, this was another one of Norm's jokes. This is from Weekend Update, like in the 90s. All summer, Better Than Ezra was the #1 band in America. The #2 band, Ezra.
And in music news, #1 on the college charts this summer was Better Than Ezra. And at #2, Ezra.
According to a controversial new biography, Elizabeth Taylor, like...
You see a bunch of clips were going around. You see the clip of him on The View from like really early on. It was from like 2000. It was when the View was at its early stages.
No, I don't think so.
It's fucking great. I think I tweeted it, Travis, if that's the quickest way. I don't know. To find just the clip. Yeah, that's it.
See, I think we should get the homicide out of the White House and get like a fresh start, because we don't want any more murderers.
I think we should just go on to the next question.
Oh.
Who are the murderers? Yeah.
Oh, Clinton, he murdered a guy.
You're not allowed to put out no accusations without.
That's a little too far.
That's the way it does work.
Let's just go on to the next question.
Yeah.
This is not my week. What can I tell you?
Oh, it's not mine either, and I'm being very nice, okay? Be a good boy. Now, Norm.
Do you never hear that?
No, we don't need
I
to
don't want
talk
to get
about
into this,
that.
and I don't want to hear it, and this is not the place to make those accusations, and you're supposed to be funny. Let's get on to the next question. So get with it.
There you go.
See right there, like
is a
no,
live show.
he's not angry about it.
No.
Like he doesn't like what great instincts, man. Like not mad, like what? He's just having a great time. He
Like-
always looked like he was having a great time.
Like he's almost too dumb to realize what did I say? I thought we were all
just having fun.
What? You didn't know? He's like, you didn't hear that?
And the wind finally dies down, and he goes, "What? You didn't hear that?"
Listen how he follows it up.
This is a live show.
Not for nothing, Norm, but you have been properly chastised by Barbara, so I'm now going to ask the next
I
question.
thought it was a matter of record.
Okay.
Let me do this.
There are people that after they got invited to the White House Correspondents' Dinner, they'd be like, oh, okay, maybe I can get in with the Clintons now.
Right.
Maybe I can meet these powerful friends. Maybe I can. 2.5 years after the Correspondents' Dinner, he's going on The View and making jokes.
Clinton murdered somebody.
He murdered a guy.
Doesn't care. I thought it was a matter of record.
He thought Barbara's problem was that Barbara hadn't.
Yeah,
You didn't hear?
Yeah,
You didn't know?
That she was ignorant, and he was just bringing her up to speed.
Just informing her. Did you see the clip that was going around of him on Conan O'Brien with Courtney Thorne Smith?
I don't know.
This, I feel like this Courtney Thorne Smith clip is somewhat similar to the Patrice Fox News clip.
This is just what she has to say. We are outraged and fired and
he's a fool.
fired
He's an
and
absolute
fired.
fool.
Name calling. I'm outraged.
Fool.
I am outraged.
You should be.
I am a fool. Now, if I called you a fool,
In the sense that this just has become one of those legendary, like, this is the example
Yep.
of why you would have this guy on your talk show and why he doesn't care. Courtney Thorne Smith is on Conan O'Brien with Norm. Norm was the first guest. And he's, unfortunately for her,
Decided to stick around.
he stuck around on the couch for her interview. Yes, and she's trying to promote her
Who
movie.
is she?
But what's the movie going to be called?
Well, I know what it's going to be called.
Yeah, what's that?
If it's got Carrot Top in it, you know what a good name for it would be?
What's that, Norm?
Box Office Poison.
She's there.
There's this movie coming out.
Yes.
Title undetermined at this point.
Chairman of the board.
Oh, all right. Do something with that, you freak.
I bet the board is spelled B-O-R-E-D.
His face after he does
Dude,
it.
he's delighted. Again, just perfect timing.
Yeah, that's the other thing you don't want to do, right? Is like just say Norm jokes.
Right.
You know what I mean? You want to like, yeah.
Although it's funny. He's one of those guys where just saying his jokes, they are well written enough
Yes.
where it works.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's part of the appeal too. That
Yeah.
like, especially some of his jokes, you can just take and like.
Norm MacDonald is that's a great one right there.
Yeah, Norm was quite a guy. He was so unique. He was so peculiar too. Norm was very needy in a way, and I'm not speaking out of. I mean, everybody knew that he was needy. He always needed a handler.
Yes, because
he just. I don't know if he didn't know how to do things or he just didn't feel like doing it. Like go on tour with him, he couldn't find his passport, he couldn't find his shoes, he couldn't find this and that.
Are you serious?
I call up Norm. I said, Norm, you want to go to Palm Springs with me? It's a 3-day Jim McClain course. Yeah. So I pick him up. He rides out there with his feet out the window all the way, listening to Johnny Cash. Remember that? Yeah. And we get out there, and the next morning I call him to wake him up to go. He's sound asleep. I got to call him like 3 times and knock on his door. And then he gets up and he goes, I can't find my shoes. He's like being a little kid.
Sounds like every day getting him to this podcast.
He didn't drive. He didn't have no driver's license. You had to like point him in the right direction where to go. And this was without doing drugs or anything. And he loved to gamble. And again, I'm not speaking out of school on that one either. He loved to gamble. And I learned not to loan Norm money because he wouldn't pay it back. And we were in Vegas once, and he asked to borrow $500. So I gave him the $500, thinking he'd pay it back. And he went off to gamble. He came back the next morning. I saw him for breakfast. I said, Norm, you got the $500? I did you last night. He goes, oh, you'll get it. You'll get it. The next day, Norm, don't forget the $500. You'll get it. And then the third day, I go, Norm, you got the $500? You keep putting me off. But, I mean, this disrespectful not paying me back. He goes, what are you complaining about? You only lost $500. I lost $5,000. Good Lord.
I remember him when he hosted the ESPYs. That's where I met him. Yeah. When he hosted the ESPYs, and that was off the charts. I mean, his famous joke about the Heisman Trophy.
What was it?
The joke was about the Heisman Trophy that
Charles Woodson.
Charles Woodson, right?
He's like, Charles Woodson is here.
And there's Charles Woodson. How about that? And what a season he had. Great, man. He became the first defensive player to win the Heisman Trophy. And congratulations, Charles. That is something that no one can ever take away from you. Unless you kill your wife and a waiter, in which case, all bets are off.
That must have been a great night.
Yeah.
People would say how brave and courageous Norm's comedy was, but I just call it poor judgment.
Yeah. They asked me to host this thing for Norm MacDonald, and a bunch of people spoke. Mm-hmm. And everyone was saying really great stuff, and a lot of people were funny. But man, Kevin Ewan had the greatest line, because a lot of us were talking about how brave Norm was, and he really was. He was fearless as a comedian. Yeah. And then Kevin Ewan gets up and he says, he's saying very funny things, and he just says, a lot of people up here are talking about how Norm MacDonald was brave in his comedy. I think of it more as a lack of judgment.
Robert said they got banned from a Biloxi casino once.
Oh, because
and
of Norm?
I thought because Norm was counting cards or something. He said no, because he totally torched the room of all the whales. Like, he made fun of them in a way that was like he didn't read the room. And he absolutely did that poor judgment thing, and that's why they got banned from a Biloxi casino.
Even on his memorial, 10 people walked out. You ever follow him on Twitter, his golf commentary?
Oh, my God.
It was so great.
Hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, he did it just like an announcer.
It was just great. Norm.
Tiger dancing on the green with...
He was just the all-time best, man. No question about it. I do remember him jumping out of like a stage door at Radio City Music Hall when, we were all getting ready for the night, and he was asking about a score of a game. Like, he thought like I would be like his own personal sports phone. Like, hey, who's winning that game? And
come to think of it, I got addicted to you. Oh, no, no, no. And come to think of it, I need somebody like you. Oh, no, no, no. I need someone like you.
Version of Canada, but one of your other counterparts who's Canadian that you didn't mention there, Norm MacDonald, I can't see Norm having the same kind of sentimental attachment to Canada, or did that come up?
No, I don't hear him talking that much about Canada. I don't know if he remembers that he's from Canada.
He does occasionally. He seems very proud. He and I correspond sometimes, and I think it's mostly well, I'm a fan of his and he knows it, but I think it's because I'm Canadian as well. I think he's got pride for it, but I mean, he's an enigma to so many of us. You've been on his show. I haven't gone through the entire archive. Have you gone hiking with Norm yet?
Well, funny you should ask. You're right. Norm is an enigma, and he's a friend, and I do like him. And we've toured together before. But, yeah, we were out in the Grand Cayman Islands about 2 months ago doing the Kaboo Festival out there. And I said, Norm, why don't we do a hike? Because I've been trying to get him, and he's been saying, yeah, he'd do one. And so he says, yeah, let's do one. I said, we'll do it on the beach. So we were all set to do it, and I go, I do the intro on the beach, you know, before he gets there, and the outro and all that stuff. And then I go take him out to lunch, and then we finish lunch. He goes, oh, I got to get my hat. And he goes back to his room, and I'm waiting for him at the elevator, and he texts me saying, I'm watching the golf tournament right now, Tigers playing. And I said, okay. And then 10 minutes later, he texted me, he goes, I can't go, I got diarrhea from that sandwich you bought me. You know, so I never got to hike with him.
Oh, man. I have a similar sort of story. I mentioned we exchanged messages, and I asked him to be on the show. I've asked him a few times, and he always says, certainly. You know, he'll direct message me back, certainly. And I'll say, okay, when? Give me a day and time, and then nothing. And then he'll write me something about something else. He doesn't. This is a thing with Norm, right? He can't commit to meeting with people. It seems.
Yeah, maybe that's it. I don't really know, but I mean, he's a funny guy. Of course, he's very entertaining, and you know, he is kind of quirky, and he's an enigma, and that's part of the thing that makes him so, I guess, endearing and interesting, and you know, entertaining.
This is my move. First of all, I'm not good at getting ladies.
Mm-hmm.
You're adorable.
Thank you. So are you. Thank you, gentlemen. Sean, nice to meet you. Norm, nice to see you.
Let's talk about...
I will say, Keith does not need tricks, because I've never seen as breathtaking a girl in my life. And her smile is so genuine. It's unbelievable.
Why are you doing this to me? You're so sweet.
Oh, no, that's...
Where are you headed off to for your dinner break?
My stupid friend. Disappeared. So I don't know. Do you know a place called Borgia or something like that?
Boozio's?
Yeah,
It's a seafood restaurant here. You want me to walk you there?
Is it close?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right.
Well, wait, where?
We'll figure it out. We'll sign off here. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
I may have a dinner date with Norm MacDonald.
Like I try to make it fast. Like if I see a girl drinking at a bar, right? I'll go up behind her. I'll go. I can get us a bottle. And that doesn't work very often. But sometimes it does.
Get right.
Yeah, I want to get right. Then I get the lady. I turn off all the lights in the room so it's pitch black, and then I lay down on top of her for 5-10 minutes. And I don't get a lot of return people.
Go.
No. This is my problem. Everything's going well with the lady.
Yes, you've got.
And I have my sex, right? And I get the mood going.
The mood's going.
I have 4 covers and a big quilt. And then
well, I'm getting hard.
Then I get the mood going. I turn down the lights till it's Stygian black. And then I climb underneath the covers. I lay on top of the lady for 4 or 5 minutes. And she doesn't seem to enjoy it.
No, it sounds like an assault.
I go, listen, basically, I'm not a fancy guy. Fred, you know that.
Really? I always thought of you as a fancy
My
guy.
thing is, like, for a sexual encounter or something, I like to lie on top of a lady. I don't need a lot of fucking shit going on.
One girl will do it. Are you currently
That's exciting enough for you.
Are you
That's
currently
good
in a
enough.
relationship, or are you playing the field?
Oh my God.
What the fuck? What are you,
Are
retarded?
you really having a relationship? Come on.
Come on, man, seriously. I am going to return to my former sexual lifestyle.
Well, yeah, what's that?
It's trying to find a lady and convincing her to let me lie down on top of her.
That sounds so romantic the way you describe it. I want to lie down on top of you and take a nap. What do you?
What's the fastest you ever met a woman and made love to her? Because you hear stories in entertainment about sometimes women throwing themselves at you.
No, it's never happened to me.
You're going to bullshit me on my podcast?
No, it's never has.
Have you ever made love to a woman?
I don't think women throw themselves at guys. Of my stature, at least. I mean, I've seen women throw themselves at Adam Sandler. That's the only celebrity I've ever seen a woman actually throw themselves.
Yeah, that happens to him because he's cute. You're a little bit shifty. Women don't know what to make of you.
No, but girls like me sometimes.
Yeah, well, you're very twinkly and warm and affable, and you've got an innocence about you. People will love that.
It's because funny guys are attractive. Yeah. Funny's hot.
You've done a lot of impressions. Funny.
Most
look
awkward
at him. He's like,
come
really?
on I've ever heard in my life. Yeah, like when I was young, they say they like kids with good senses of humor.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you got this, but I was always funny, but girls would just go, "You're weird," not funny. They go, "You're weird."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the least funny guys in school.
They would be the funny guys.
They got all the pussy. I mean, the guys that were just like, I don't know, they didn't even have to, they could be from the right side of the tracks, not the wrong side, and they could just be just like a guy with a fucking crew cut, never made a joke.
Sometimes you'd see guys, like I knew this guy, I don't know if have you ever met a guy who's like, you don't even understand it, but just gets women all the time, and it's like very mysterious.
Yeah.
Like I know this one guy literally got a different woman every night. I'm not even exaggerating. I asked him what his secret was. He said he was a serial rapist.
So for him, it was just
I don't think that counts.
perfect.
No, but when I was on Saturday Night Live, guys would come on, and they were handsome guys.
Yeah.
And they were convinced they were funny, and the publicist would go, "Oh, this is going to be real. This could be really good for Gabriel's career because he's so funny, And then the fucking guy wouldn't be funny at all. And I came to me that, how they always say, like, women like guys with senses of humor. It turns out they just laugh at handsome guys.
Yeah, exactly. The bar is lowered a lot. Yeah, I mean, when you think about guys that are... that got into comedy, it was usually because they weren't good looking. You needed some way to get women to pay attention to you. So you cracked wise. Is that what they say in Canada?
I never did anything for girls. I mean, I've always heard that stuff.
But you're a good looking guy. I mean, you've always been tall, dark, handsome. You're the classic, lean, pretty eyes.
But my motive in life was never girls. I mean, I hear that like people buy cars to get girls.
Yeah.
And they do jokes or play the guitar or stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I never had that motive.
One time I was on a sitcom, right? So they say, in this episode, you go out with an older lady. Is there any older ladies you'd like to go out with? So when I was a kid, there was this movie MASH, and Sally Kellerman came out of a shower naked, and was every child's fantasy. So I immediately said Sally Kellerman, forgetting that now she was 75.
Right.
So she shows up on the set, and I have to kiss her, and so I overdo it. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm embarrassed.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm like, kind of. So instead of just kissing her a little, I'm like, ah, and.
All right, let's have sexual relations.
Do you ever have to kiss an old lady, like passionately?
No.
It's just teeth.
It's yes.
They have no collagen in their lips anymore.
This right? Well, but she had her teeth. You say?
She had her teeth. Hey.
You don't know whose teeth they were.
Well, they were hers. She bought them at least.
Yeah, she owned them.
Yeah, but she.
I haven't.
Like Adam Egan.
Hey, what? Like kissing Adam Egan.
No, she was a beautiful lady, and she was a. And then Sandler, every time he has me in a movie, he gets me to kiss like an old bag. Not an old bag, I shouldn't say that, but
hag.
Like one time the lunch lady, and everybody else was kissing nice ladies, and then I was kissing this old lunch lady. So again, I tried to overdo it to make the lunch lady feel nice about herself.
Well, that's kind of you.
That was nice. But now, what if she's watching?
I can guarantee you she's not watching.
Well, if she gets USA Today, she is. Thank you very much for being
That was fun.
Can I kiss you?
Of course.
Oh.
Oh.
So sweet.
Oh.
I'm glad I had it served.
Everybody asked me on this show, when are you going to get a woman? I said, I'm not going to get a woman before I get Roseanne. I'll fucking tell you that. It's stunning how Jay Leno outfoxed you again.
Yeah, he's good.
I know. You think, like, everybody's like, oh, I'm Jay Leno. They do the voice and everything. Meanwhile, he's the shrewdest guy. He outfoxed. You're in good company. He outfoxed Johnny Carson, David Letterman. Every 10 years, some redheaded rube shows up. So that's the phone call you got.
Yeah.
Your agent's like, there's good news and bad news. You are doing the Tonight Show. It's true. Mm-hmm. But remember that discussion where you said, I'll never have to follow Leno again?
You came over, didn't you? A little fighting, a little fornicating. What's he, an old pirate all of a sudden? Ah.
You notice how I didn't say it's 11.
Hey!
No, because it's 11:30.
It's the Tonight Show now, buddy boy.
That's what I'm trying to point out. It's 11:30.
Thanks for pointing that out.
Hey.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you got more.
Hey, Yoko Ono is not mad about you this week.
Mad about you? Okay, that way I remember.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. She'll be playing a conniving bitch who broke up the Beatles.
All right, hey.
Is she that beloved? It's interesting what you say when you go, like, America's the greatest country in the world or something, because, like, imagine, like, you're just saying that on account of you live there, because let's say you hear a guy who goes, hey, man, Kenya, that's the greatest country in the world. You better believe that.
Hey.
Norm's working blue.
No.
Okay, so, here's a windmill.
Wait, you're gonna
Norm! Your two options were attack and fly away.
I love you. Let's bump the pit bulls.
Not salad tossing.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm going to return to my former sexual lifestyle.
Well, yeah, what's that?
It's trying to find a lady and convincing her to let me lie down on top of her.
That sounds so romantic, the way you describe it. I want to lie down on top of you and take a nap? What do you...
I'm just saying I'm very simple. I don't need no, I don't need no where they whip your balls or anything.
Okay.
I'll tell you this.
What's that, Norm?
My doctor told me I'm on the same dose that they give to the donkey for the second show in Tijuana.
Okay, now listen.
For the second show, you know?
Why do I continue to have you on? And yet I love it.
No, the second show.
You really started the wrong end. Look, that's the bit there.
All right. Well,
So just top and tail it like that. Look, come on, wake up, stand there.
I'm up to 4 segments. Why, you didn't tell me a number of segments?
No.
He wants the edges off, I think. Hey!
Turn it around. Okay.
What?
Come on, no.
You're gonna be tight. He does it and then goes, look what Norm did.
He does it nice and tight.
This is not going to air. This will never be seen by anybody. This will never be seen by anybody.
Just concentrate.
We've learned.
Norm, you're making me feel dizzy standing there looking busy. Right, here we go. Okay, come on.
I'll tell you one thing, man. I'm not eating this.
We're even having a cooking segment at this point. Why would there even be a cooking segment? Why would we even have a cooking segment with you people?
Here we go.
When did you hit bottom? I said, I don't know. The cool part of it was the girls all get up, right? And all their stories are all the same. Whenever they hit bottom, every story is the same. They're like, oh, when I hit bottom, you know, I a guy for a drink, you know? And you're like, oh. You know, every guy. Yeah.
Couldn't we just take them out of the studio for the Norm part and then bring...
Forget about that. I got to do brothers and sisters, I have none. But this man's father is my father's son. She goes, oh, I don't know. Who is it? Some cab driver back in New York.
I've been searching for what's missing, but the answer remains.
True, man. One time my buddy was with a hooker, he was telling me.
Wait a minute, you have a hooker story?
Yeah.
Here we go.
And he said that he phoned me up once. He was in Vegas, and he's like, "Hey, man, I'm with this hooker, but I think she ripped me off, man, because she took the money, right? Oh no, yeah. She said something about like I'm gonna go into the bathroom and get a towel to wipe off your balls or something." One time I did an impression of Letterman, right? And then I had to be on Letterman like 3 weeks later. So when I was on, I was like, "Oh fuck, how am I going to deal with this when he brings it up, like that I did an impression of him, you know?" And then these fucking guys that are so close to Letterman, they're like, "Well, he never saw it. He's not going to fucking talk about it. That's not fucking Dave. There's no way Dave's going to bring it up. Dave just doesn't fucking do that. He hasn't seen it." And I go, "Well, he phoned me, you know, and shit." And he's like, "Yeah, but we know Dave, you know." So I go, "Stupidly, I don't prepare anything." So then right at the end of the interview, he goes, "So let's hear it." You know, I'm like, "Oh, fuck, shit. These motherfuckers didn't know Dave at all. Why would I think they would know Dave?" Right. Like, why wouldn't I just fucking have something prepared? So I have to do the impression, like fucking just searching my brain for the right thing to say, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they have...
Not prepared. I could have did it right.
They imagine what he would do as opposed to really know what he would do. They think, oh, well, he would...
But I should have gone with my own fucking idea, because I would go, what else would he do?
Well, I tell you that all the time. You don't listen to me.
What the?
Do you feel like you know Dave now? I mean, he loves you, right?
I don't know him at all. I've never met him. He's invited me to dinners, but I never went.
How come?
Scared.
Yeah, I get that.
We were talking about it earlier. Like, I got invited by Carson for a private lunch with Carson.
Tell me you didn't go?
Didn't go. Because
you know
I used to do like a impression of Larry King doing News and Views from, he used to do News and Views, those little bulletin points in USA Today where you go like, if you see one movie, make it Mickey Blue Eyes, you know? So I did it like on SNL, you know, we did it with like, I just do crazy one-liners like, you know, yellow is a great color, but for my money, it's always going to be blue, or whatever. Just retarded stuff. But anyways, it turned out Carson when Carson would get USA Today, and he'd go right to Larry King. This was before I did the impression, and he'd just phone his buddies up and he'd go, "Hey, listen to this retarded one." He said, like, for my money, you know, Ted Williams was A1, you know, and he'd say it to his friends, Carson, which was funny, you know, like phoning, and it's so funny that he would do that, you know.
So, anyways, then he wanted to have lunch with me, so I didn't, like a retard.
What do you do? How do you make up an excuse that doesn't make them feel like you're blowing them off?
Well, he knows I'm not blowing off Johnny Carson. It's not like Johnny Carson.
No, they might think
phoning
that.
me.
Like, if I was that big and I invited someone to lunch and they didn't go, I have to admit, here's what I would think. I'd think, oh, really? Like, yeah, like I'm David Letterman. I'm that big, but my name's Todd Glass. I know this seems cocky, maybe, but
I think
hold on.
I don't think.
So if I invited someone to my house, they was on the show, a comedian, a young comedian. I invite him to the house. I'm really trying to think, and then I'm that big. I have to keep thinking I'm that big, and then they don't show. I might sarcastically, some other friends that go, really, Bing Bang doesn't, Bing Bang doesn't show up. What's he doing?
I didn't not show up. I didn't have like a.
It seems like I'm making.
I didn't have a lunch date.
No. I get it. Like, I think if Johnny called him personally and said, "Do you want to go to?" You'd go.
Of course.
But
yeah.
I think he was like in passing. Hey, Norm.
No, I got my management phone. He said Johnny Carson wants to have lunch with you, and I thought I was all thrilled. And then I was like, "Holy fuck! What am I going to like? I'll be all alone with them talking, and I won't have any stories. I can't go like." Anyways, one time, Chris Kattan. He doesn't see the cue card. I have no stories at all to tell Johnny Carson, So I go, fuck, this is going to be hard, like 2 hours just with Johnny Carson, like trying to interview him properly or whatever. And then I thought if I brought a buddy, it would be fun, but he can't, I can't just bring a buddy. If I could share it with somebody, but otherwise it would be very hard work.
And by the way,
but I regret not going. I should have gone.
But also, as you're sitting there, I'm thinking my purpose of saying that wasn't like it wasn't. I wouldn't do the same thing. Like I could totally see being so nervous that like if there's a third person, that makes it a tremendous amount easier. That third person,
especially
is
if it's a mutual.
If you went
friend.
with your buddy, you'd go see anybody.
Yeah. So, but I for a second thinking what
what's
here's
odd
the
is
reason
that-
I think that he's not calling you.
What's odd? It's odd to hear you say that you
He's
don't
dead, by
feel
the
like
way.
you know
I'm kidding.
Dave at all. Because like every time you're on the show, it seems like he's like so excited to see you, and you guys have such great chemistry together. I could have sworn you guys were like hanging out.
No, I don't know David. I don't know David Letterman.
I like to see when you could tell, and I think it usually, and then we'll move on to something else because I always say it's nice to get compliments, but if it makes you awkward to sit there and just receive them. But you can just put up with it for another second. But it's fun to see your friends when they're on a show like that where you can tell Dave appreciates that they bring their game, and that's fun. I see it with Spade a lot too. I feel like they both know. And same thing with you. I feel like that you came prepared to fucking.
Well, it's fun because they have to fucking talk to all these actresses and all the time and shit like that. So it's a joy for them to hear somebody being funny and shit, and them not having to do all the fucking work of dragging a story out of the girl from
Third In from the new show that got canceled.
From the Badge. I'm not trying to pick a show that doesn't exist because
every show exists.
I don't want to hit one person.
Two women and a duck. Where's a cowbell when I need one?
I was going to be Martin Short's friend for a while. We were in negotiations.
Yeah, how'd that break down?
I don't know. I met him. He was fucking funny, and he made me laugh, and he was laughing at me and shit. So I said, "Hey, we should be friends and stuff." And he said, "Yeah, well, let's be friends. You go to a cottage." And I was like, fuck, I'd have to go to a cottage, And then so it never caught on because the cottage was in my head and shit.
What do you
but
mean?
Still, I would have liked, that guy would be cool to fucking hang out
but
with.
What do you mean
met him.
that would be a good friend
But then
for you?
going to a cottage, you understand?
I don't want to go to a cottage.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem.
All of
with
a sudden, you're going on a cottage on a plane.
But that's the problem.
Maybe I shouldn't have done this.
No,
what?
that's the problem
What's
with you. So if someone suggests something right away, it's not
too guarded. I know what you're
it's
saying.
Not too. It's not cool enough for you. Where would
They're
you
not
go
cool
with Martin
enough.
Short?
I think
Martin Short says, "Let's go to a cottage
No, I'm
and
not
hang
saying
out."
that. I'm saying I think you're right when I said I'm too guarded.
Yeah,
I'm not willing to do things.
You don't want to be trapped in a cottage with Martin Short. The idea,
I love that
idea
part.
of being friends with Martin Short is fun. The idea of being in a cottage with Martin Short and then having the pressure to talk and to interact with one another.
Yeah.
I understand. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
It wouldn't work out for you.
Yeah.
It wouldn't work out for me either.
But you go on that vacation.
But maybe in
with,
another lifetime.
Yeah. You've got your podcast. It's still going, but I clicked on it the other day. It says Norm will be back in May.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on?
Well, I do it for a while, and I
Vacation.
go, I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. And then they're like, he's on hiatus.
Yeah. Is that what that is? Or is it just that you may or may not come back?
Yeah, I don't know if I will or
Okay.
not.
You used to have a thing on the internet.
Oh, God.
Yeah, people would come on. Yeah, the podcast. That's right.
I promised myself I would never do the podcast again.
You also promised yourself you'd write a good book.
Okay, now.
I mean, there is always one other option.
There's another option? What's that?
You ever heard of the Queensboro Bridge?
I'll do the podcast. I just do it for a while, and then
it's fun to watch.
Tired of it. It's fun to do, man.
Yeah. It's so great. I think it's just the people who do it with Norm
are awful.
Are awful.
Well, no, Sean isn't. Sean does it with me. He's
Well, there's
awesome.
one guy. There's always one guy. It's the rest of the people.
The future's good.
It's those awful others. Do you enjoy doing the interview stuff with people on the podcast?
We got good guests, so that I was interested in, but it's harder. Like, you guys obviously have to just interview everybody.
Not necessarily.
Here. What?
No, we don't.
You don't?
No, you were a special choice. We could have said no.
I'm amazed that people. I don't know how I would do with people that
you don't care about.
Yeah, like I'm always astonished by, especially a guy like David Letterman, who I think would be even less interested than we would be. You know, or the way he can pretend to be interested.
Right,
like,
and actually have.
But don't you think he has a little more juice or say on saying, "Hey, this guest is here"? But there's every once in a while they have to take it. He has to take it.
No, on an average guest, you got to.
If they're in town, they're promoting
3 guests a night.
Yeah.
There's not that many interesting people. And, actors are not interesting at all. I mean.
And now, did you start getting pressure from anybody? Because it's your podcast, but you start getting money from the outside coming in. I think it was Jerky Links, which might have explained the ballooning. Was that right? You had the Jerky Links thing. You had to try to convince me you're a Jerky Links guy.
What?
Just get what they want, like guests from them.
Sean, Sean and I, we liked just older guys. A lot of people wanted young people. Young people.
But they're not interesting.
Older guys are the most interesting. And I always think in show business, you get the old guys, they don't care what they say anymore.
Right.
They're out of the business.
They'll tell some stories.
And they tell stories about guys you care about.
Yeah, they'll name names. They don't care at all. They're seconds away from dying.
Yeah.
So who's the best one you had on there? Because I've seen some that were
we
just
had
fantastic.
we had this guy, Jack Carter, and he did the most craziest thing. You remember?
Well, I also still, after meeting him, have no idea who Jack Carter is.
Jack Carter was a comedian like the Catskills guys, right? Way back in the day.
90. Yeah. So he was talking, and he said he was talking about the war, and he was
Which
like,
one?
The Second World War. I go, you were in the Second World War? He goes, yeah, it was a lot of fun. I go, the war was a lot of fun? And he goes, well, I never got to go over. I never went over, He goes, I got a lucky break. My whole unit was going to D-Day, and they all died. And I didn't go because I got deathly sick the day before. And then I go, oh, man, it sounds like you were faking it as a joke. And then he goes, I was. And then he's like, I never told nobody that.
So he finally confessed.
Yes, that he's a deserter and a traitor to our country.
But you learn that kind of stuff on Norm's podcast.
Yeah, Norm's
which is great.
Deathbed Confessions. That'd be a good show.
That'd be pretty awesome. You just show up at hospitals, and they think it's to bring them up, but it's really just to get them to admit
We've had
some
a couple.
To admit some stuff, and then you pull a plug out of.
Man, do I want to follow you around with a camera? Hey, I'm here to pull the plug there. You got anything to say?
So, Rickles.
Must be especially
a joke about a guy who because it was such a good story. There's a guy who had surgery, and I can't remember the joke.
I can't either.
Norm. I actually have a pretty funny story that I think you'll enjoy.
Can I wait, Daniel? Can I ask this quickly? Yep. When you produced Norm's first segment for Letterman, was it a stand-up hit?
It was a stand-up, yeah. But here's the thing also, like, I don't take any, there's no sort of, like, discovery here because this was a guy who was, everybody who saw him discovered him. He was, he just was way above everybody else in terms of his abilities.
Yeah, totally agree. So, sorry, tell us the story.
Well, the story is, you know, I got to know Norm pretty well, and, you know, he liked to torture people. He liked to be a contrarian, but he also liked to sort of torture people. And he was, at the time knowing that I was Rosie, and he'd come and visit me in my offices all the time. And Rosie was very popular. He would make tons of jokes about her, you know, girth. Mm-hmm. And it really, like, hurt Rosie's feelings quite a lot. And she loved Norm, as did everyone. And I said, well, let me talk to him. He's a reasonable guy. He's a nice guy. And so I said to Norm, Norm, you know, you could be on the show, on Rosie's show all the time, and you sort of broaden your net here a little bit and appeal to some women. And you know, I think this could be a good thing for you. And I think you just have to stop making all the fat jokes about Rosie. And he said, no, you're right. And he agreed. And I told Rosie, who was, like, you know, really happy. And the next night, you know, Norm went on Conan and, you know, immediately started right in. And he said, you know, this Rosie O'Donnell show is quite the phenomenon. And Conan sort of gamely agreed. And then immediately started, you know, he said, have you seen there are all these flowers lining the hallway, their dressing room, which was true. There were. And Conan said, no, I know, it's amazing. And Norm said, you know, I didn't know you could eat flowers. And
Jesus Christ.
And that was sort of that. That was like Norm was never on the show, and that was the end of that.
This is an exciting day here at 30 Rock. You know, the Rosie O'Donnell show premiered today. And I was in its tapes at the same floor as Saturday Night Live on 8H. Mm-hmm. They had flowers sent. There was the whole... It's unbelievable. You know, people must love her. There's flowers all along the entire 8H. Right. All flowers. They're sent by, like, there's one from Madonna, one from Elizabeth Taylor, Regis and Kathy Lee. I've never seen so many flowers. I didn't even realize you could eat flowers. I didn't even know that. But, no.
Hiya, Rosie. I'll be your pal.
That's
mighty neighborly of you,
Norm. No, she's
nice of you to eat all those flowers.
No, she's great. The show is great, you know.
You're screwed now.
Soon, Rosie O'Donnell hates me, too, so...
Norm MacDonald in studio.
That was a long, dull story.
No, I liked it. And...
there was no interplay.
I'd like to hear why Rosie O'Donnell hates you as well. Not this second. We're going to take a break. Norm MacDonald here.
We talked earlier about your experience on The View. Now, well, you were there. Rosie O'Donnell was not there, but now she is. And yesterday, she sort of accused Oprah of being a little bit gay, discussing the road trip that Oprah took with her best friend Gayle King. This is from The View earlier this week.
I think that's very typical of gay relationships. Not saying they're gay, but, you know, two women get together and after year two, all you do is spoons. You know what I'm saying? No, it's really true. She's like, well, we're not having sex, Oprah, we're not gay. I'm like, well, you might be a little bit gay, you're just not doing it. You know what I mean? I mean, a little, a tiny bit. Yeah, but you're acting, I'm just like teeny tiny.
It sounds like they did do it.
No, I don't think they did.
Okay.
You're
saying you can be a little bit gay?
Well, I'm just saying they're very bonded. They talk to each other 5 times a day.
They should rename that show Cluster F. I don't know how it would work.
It's very odd for a gay person to insult a person by calling them gay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To slam them. Because I've had that with gay guys. They go, oh, you're probably gay, you know?
Yeah.
Well, they're not insulting you. Maybe they're giving you a compliment.
Insult? No, they say it as if, you know, because they say, like, guys that are homophobic are actually gay, which is insane.
Right.
And, but they'll say stuff like that.
No, it's funny when really fat guys...
And when Rosie O'Donnell says, like, oh, hey, they're not having sex. As far as I know, gay ladies cannot have sex.
Yeah, they can do.
They can just have pillow fights or whatever. I mean, they can do what we do before we have sex.
Yeah, they can do what we can do.
Horseplay.
I think they call it foreplay.
I think they call it tomfoolery.
Well, Norm's told us that he's lost all interest in women.
Yeah, my dad used to say, knock it off, take it outside.
Now,
you guys going to be performing oral on each other? Take it outside.
You ever think about Rosie O'Donnell when you're doing it?
Good Lord.
No way, right?
Name some names.
Yeah, name some names of who you think about.
You know what Rosie O'Donnell would be good at giving?
What?
Really wide head.
Oh, that's funny. Does Rosie O'Donnell have the biggest head on the planet?
Yeah,
she really does. How much does her head weigh? Do you take a guess?
About her head weight?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that age-old argument, I'm not going to get into.
You're not even going to get into it.
Yeah.
I see. And she's on the new $100 bill. Did you see her picture? It's pretty wild.
And come to think of it, I got addicted to you. Oh, no, no, no. And come to think of it, I need somebody like you. Oh, no, no, no. I need someone like you.
He says, let me ask you a question. It's 4th down and 1. You're at the 1 yard line. You have the choice. You can head it to O.J. Simpson, Jim Brown, or Emmett Smith. I'd go with Rosie O'Donnell. You know what we should rap on?
Disco Duck.
No. A Billy Baldwin story.
Oh yeah, that's
I
great.
think you can hear me.
Yeah, I think you can too.
That's something.
We also love Billy Baldwin, and I don't know if there's any kind of cool.
No, we
stories.
love that story.
Yeah, the story of you when you first learned to do the Billy Baldwin impression.
Yeah.
Like we're really bad at like setting it up.
Whispering into.
Tell him to set up the Billy Baldwin.
Before the Michael Jackson time, I went out with a girl, and we were at her house, and we were watching Sliver.
Oh yeah.
And she said, you something you kind of look like him. And so then I just went home and was like, I need to look like Billy Baldwin because she likes him. And so I just figured out that his face is just always. It's just always like.
How does he do that with his face?
Unbelievable.
And he's just everything he does is just always doesn't move.
Jim Carrey can do that with his face.
I mean that's.
But I haven't seen anybody else be able to do that with their face before.
I can't at all. Jeff Richards does it a little, but that's unbelievable. That was unreal.
You're very sweet.
How does it go again?
But it's just it's the Baldwin. They all go there a little bit at some point. Every time there's one, sometimes you'll see a little Alec will go there.
Did you have Alec Baldwin? He must have.
Oh yeah, every season pretty much.
He's amazing. I don't know what he's doing now.
He was unreal.
Weird tweets.
But you know, he's being caricatured on Saturday Night Live, like quite mercilessly by Alec Baldwin. Like, is it funny to you? Is that funny?
No. The only reason I don't find it funny, when I was there, Darrell Hammond did Donald Trump, and that shows how far back Trump goes, because that was 20 years ago. But Darrell did him then. It was a softer Trump, you know. I think it was a Trump that was a lot closer to his real self. But if you do, the problem with if you do an impression of someone, you have to like that person, you know, because you're playing the person, and people like themselves. So you can't play someone and have contempt for them at the same time. You know, it doesn't work as an impression. So I don't like his impression, and I have no political affiliation. I just mean from a comedy level. He used to come when he was a lot younger, I guess, because it was when I started, which was 20 years ago, and he was married to Kim Basinger. And he complained about her, like, you know, she's the most beautiful woman. He goes, fucking wife. She bought a town. He was mad because she bought a town. Which
a town? She bought a whole town?
Yeah,
oh my
God. So their credit score went down a little.
Gosh, Robert, I can't tell you how great it is to have you on the program. You know, the work you've done over the years, just top notch. It must make you very happy. Huh?
A little bit,
yeah. I saw Marvin's room, and I have to say, just a fine piece of work. Robert. It's a great cast. You got Meryl Streep, Diane Keaton. Oh, and you know who I particularly enjoyed in the film was Chong.
Yeah, he was good. He was very good. We're filming Taxi Driver. Marty turns to me. He says,
Let me guess. Probably said this. Probably. Yeah, you enjoy the shrimp? Yeah, you enjoy the shrimp? Hey, you know who I bet really enjoyed the shrimp? Chong.
But the coolest thing he did, he walked in and he threw a whole bunch of cigarettes. Like he had 12 packs of cigarettes.
Oh, wow.
And I thought that was really cool. He was very, some of the hosts, as you know, were not very involved in the writing.
Yeah, no, he was totally.
He could have been a cast member.
He really could have been a cast member, yeah.
Can you name all the Baldwins?
Yeah, I was just trying to show off.
Daniel
I'm slowly
Baldwin?
also turning in my chair.
I bet I know your favorite Daniel Baldwin movie.
Yeah.
Is it Trees Lounge?
That's up there.
I don't know.
Didn't he do Attack of the 50-Foot Woman or something?
I don't know.
The remake with Daryl Hannah?
Oh, I would have guessed Gina Davis.
Or something?
Yeah.
Or she did that?
Attack of the 50-Foot.
Or...
There's something about Norm MacDonald that every time he opens his mouth, I laugh. I don't know. It's just the style. It's the type of thing you can ask him anything. I mean, you remember from Saturday Night Live, and he anchored Weekend Update, and then did some OJ thing and got taken off by, what's the guy's name who took you off? I don't know. You don't remember either, yeah. Anyway, aside from having the same birthday as me, you got problems. You're wearing eyeglasses, and the reason
wearing
is
eyeglasses
why?
because I swam for 2 days and got chlorine in my eye, and then I don't know, man. I thought I had allergies at first, but now I go, no, this feels like chlorine, like it burned my eye or something. I don't know if that can actually happen.
Yeah,
I'll have to check the computer. I Google, computer MD, and then he tells me.
Is that the way it works?
That's what I do now, because I'm a bit of a hypochondriac. So
it makes life easy.
I'll go, and I'm reaching the age where, when you're young, you go, hey, man, my left arm hurts. Let's go, I'll have some soup. But then when you're older, you go, oh, my left arm. So it's probably nothing, but I could be having a massive heart attack.
Well, if you did, that'd be great publicity for the show.
Oh, I don't have one now.
Oh, I mean, if you're going to do it here. Well, look, everybody'd be talking about you. I get the publicity. It would work.
Yeah, it would. In a cynical world, it would work.
If you had to do a show right this minute, can you just turn on a dime and do it?
A comedy show?
Mm-hmm.
On what?
Well, you're here at No, forget me. You're at Cobb's right now.
I can do it, yeah.
You can do it? You just turn yourself on and off?
Yes, sir.
Can we turn up the volume a little?
Am I not talking loud enough?
There you go. No, there you go. So what happened to your sports gig? That wasn't a bad show. And
that's fun, man, because I knew about sports, and so it was fun to do something like, because when I did Weekend Update and we did politics, I don't know anything about politics.
Oh, yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
Why, because you're Canadian?
Because it doesn't interest me. It's gossip. It's like reality show to me. Like if I watch, sometimes I'll turn it on, and I feel like a moron. Like a guy's going, like there's a politician that I'm supposed to back or something, and he's like, I'm going to watch him. And then he goes, we got to get America working again. And I go, okay, I'm a moron. Okay.
So you don't vote?
This is my guy.
Well, you're an American citizen, right?
No.
No, you're still Canada? Who's the Prime Minister of Canada? I don't know. Don't look at me.
It's so inconsequential. Even when you're Canadian, you rarely remember. Because it doesn't really... it's much more... If you're a Canadian, it's much more important to know the President of the United States than the Prime Minister of Canada.
And to know everybody on a hockey team.
Yeah.
Stephen Harper. I just got
That's
that.
his name, Stephen Harper.
Name, Stephen Harper.
Conservative from the West Coast.
The West Coast being what, Vancouver or something like that?
Maybe Alberta. I think it's Alberta.
Did you sleep last night?
I didn't. I haven't slept like about 3 days. I've been very tired. Did you sound tired or something?
Yeah, it could have fooled me. Yeah.
Well, I thought maybe I was getting a cold. I'm not sure. I had a sore throat.
That's that. Did I shake your hand?
I was warning everyone not to.
Yeah, I'm paranoid. I don't.
No, I am too. I'm like always that. So I thought it was just allergies with the chlorine. I don't know. I may be having like a cold or some gross thing.
You think?
I don't know. I haven't been sleeping very well. I've been sleeping, but like,
It's a shame we don't have a sleep train to add this hour. I could have helped you with that.
Yeah, sleep what?
Yeah, Sleep Train. It's a
that?
sponsor of ours.
Oh, Sleep
And
Train.
a Sleep Train. Yeah, and they have all these different mattresses.
Oh, mattresses. I
Yeah.
got a mattress.
You got a mattress?
Yeah, I got the hardest mattress there was in the store.
What was that?
I don't know what it's called. It was a mattress store I went to, and the guy said, "What do you like? This." He goes, "Would you like try a harder one?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "What about the hardest one of all?" I go, "Yeah." So that one was really cool. I go, "I'll get this."
And it's worked out?
Man.
Doesn't seem to have.
It's like sleeping on the floor.
Is it really? Why don't you just sleep on the floor? It's cheaper.
Well, I would, but people tell me, I don't know, people tell me I shouldn't, and I think if I roll around in a fetal position, it'd be a lot of pressure on my skeleton against the hard floor. It might be really too hard.
Well, you could get a pillow for that. That's a lot cheaper. Go back to the sports show. Why'd they cancel it?
I don't know. I think
they said low numbers, but I read that you were getting like a million a night. That wasn't bad.
It was good. Yeah, we had good numbers. I don't know why they didn't. I think they thought, well, I mean, there is a right thinking to when something has sports in its title, no woman will watch. Therefore, you cut the audience in half instantly, which is a bad mistake.
That's not really true. A lot of women who love sports.
But no, there's not. No, not that'll watch it.
Oh, yeah.
No, well, that's not what the numbers showed.
Really?
No, the vast majority of women didn't. You know, even when, like in testing, they'd show the show, and then women and men would like it equally, you know what I mean? But they were forced in testing to watch it. But in the thing, when it says sports on it, the lady wants to turn it to a different channel. We're much more old-fashioned than you think.
Be honest with me on something. Would you be honest with me on something?
Yeah, of course.
Because I don't care. It's California. I'm not just really. You ripped it all?
Ripped?
Mm-hmm.
You mean steroids?
No.
Oh, no. Drip? No, God, no.
Then you're just tired. Then you're just tired? I mean, you just come off like you're just enjoying life too much. Just kind of.
Oh, no.
Kind of rolling with
God.
it.
I'm not enjoying life.
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm either sick, I'm taking NyQuil.
NyQuil's like taking drugs.
Well, it is kind of.
Yeah, they got alcohol in there.
Yeah, I know, and I don't handle alcohol at all. But, yeah, it makes you sort of like, it takes away your stuffed up nose.
You know what helps?
At the expense of being like sort of lightheaded.
Ice cold studio helps.
It is ice cold in the studio.
Trying to help.
I said I should have because I just came from L.A. where it was deadly hot.
Like 100 degrees there.
Yeah, it was insane. So,
well, this is our heat wave. It's going to be like 86. Lloyd said 86 today in the
that's
city.
Gonna be cold. That is going to be very cold.
That's cold.
Yeah.
No, 86 is.
I'm down by the water, so it should be cold there.
I can imagine doing this.
Also, I think my voice is real low, like because I'm so nasal for my thing. That's what I think. That's why you think I'm ripped because I realize I'm so nasal. I'm kind of slurring, and I gotta get more energy. But the energy will be very false because I'm so breathless.
Would you rather be doing the show, or would you rather be me having to do the interview? 808-0810 if you want to have fun with Norm.
That's the eternal question.
Ain't it ever? 808-0810, Ron Owens, KGO.
It's Great Values Week at Safeway. That means great prices and amazing products. Don't miss our...
One time I remember I was a little kid, I was like 8 years old, and I was behind my garage. I was sneaking a cigarette back there, and my dad caught me. I'll never forget it. And he grabbed me, and he hauled me in, and I thought I was in for the strapping of my life, you know? What he did is he pulled out this giant cigar. Must have been half the size of my arm, this big cigar. Stuck it in my mouth, lit it up, made me smoke it all the way through, right to the end. That's when I started smoking cigars real heavy.
That, of course, is Norm MacDonald. Now, how would did you hear yourself just now?
Yeah.
You think you sound the same?
No, I don't sound anything like that. That was when I was like young, and I was like, when I did my act, I was like in dead fear. So like my voice would like go octaves up, you know what I mean?
In fear of what? People not liking it?
I don't know. No, I didn't really care if people liked it. I think when I have this thing where if I'm afraid if I go on stage, I'll have a big heart attack and croak, and then I always think that.
You do?
Yeah.
Again, it'd be good publicity for the club. I mean, you're going to be where? You're going to be over at Cobb's this week.
Cobb's,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, we could help them out a little bit. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. No, I don't. I have nothing against being a martyr.
All right.
For comedy, for free speech.
I'm gonna need help on this. 8080810, folks. You help interview him. Okay. Let's have fun. Rachel, San Jose, start it off. Good morning.
Hi. Good morning, Ron. I just wanted to tell you, Norm, that I've loved you for so long, and I really love the roast you did for Bob Saget. That was just some of the funniest comedy I think I've ever seen.
Oh, you're sweet.
Saget's a friend. I like him.
Saget's a good guy.
Where was the roast on, Rachel? I never saw it.
I think it was Comedy Central, and
really?
It was so great. If you could play a clip of it, I don't know if you can, but
I can't, but Chris Hernandez can.
He was roasting the roast. It was just so funny.
Ah, all right. Do you remember any of it, Norm?
Yeah.
Yep. What do you remember?
I did a roast of Bob Saget, and why? You have a clip of it?
No, we will get one.
Oh, he said there was a clip.
I think we're gonna go. Where are you going with this?
No, I was just wondering if there was a clip.
All right, no.
No, I instead of just explaining it. But it was supposed to be, these roasts, you're supposed to insult people and be real dirty and stuff like that. So instead of doing that, I got a book that my dad gave me when I was a little boy. It was called 101 Insults to Tell People at a Retirement Party. So I got all my jokes out of that book.
You did, huh?
Yeah, and then and none of them were dirty at all. They were
I'm going to give it one more shot. How'd you get the Saturday Night Live gig? If you were you were the guy that was afraid and your voice would rise, how'd you get the gig?
I don't know. I just went to Lauren. They like my stand-up, and then they said, come in and do 2 characters and 2 impressions. And I said, I don't got nothing.
And that was it?
Yeah, that was it. I said, I'll go on as a writer, because I said, I'm not going to the audition because I don't know how to do characters or impressions.
Here's what we're going to do. I've said it before, and I'll say it to your face, I love you. You make me laugh like crazy. I will plug where you're going. You're going to be at Cobb's tonight, 8 and 10:15, Saturday, 8 and 10:15, Sunday, 8 o'clock. Don't be upset with me. We're done, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Noah. I love you. Cool. I like it. Next time. We'll catch you next time.
Okay, baby. That was fun.
You look for jokes that have the same setup as the punchline. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I said the perfect joke would be if the punchline and the setup were almost identical.
Yeah.
Julia Roberts told reporters this week that her marriage to Lyle Lovett has been over for some time. The key moment, she said, came when she realized that she was Julia Roberts and that she was married to Lyle Lovett. Christy Brinkley told reporters this week that her marriage to Billy Joel was over long before their divorce. The key moment, she said, came when she realized that she was Christy Brinkley and that she was married to Billy Joel. According to an obscure 14th century law, British Army Captain James Hewitt could be hanged for having an affair with Princess Diana. The punishment for having sex with Princess Diana is death. The punishment for having sex with Princess Anne is having sex with Princess Anne. A new development in the O.J. Simpson civil trial this week. According to sworn testimony, Nicole Brown Simpson had told her therapist that she was afraid of getting beaten by O.J. Simpson. Asked why he didn't report this earlier, the therapist said, "I was afraid of getting beaten by O.J. Simpson." Our top story tonight comes from the O.J. Simpson civil trial, where this week it was revealed that in his first interview with police, Simpson had refused to take a lie detector test. His reason? It detects lies. When I was a kid, my dad would tell me that this man was a gold medal decathlete. Why, the greatest athlete in the world. And now I have to tell my kid that this man is a man. A Labor Department task force says it will crack down on sweatshops in New York's Chinatown, where employees work 90-hour weeks for as little as 75 cents an hour. A spokesman for the sweatshop owners said, quote, "That's all we can afford to pay. This is a sweatshop. We make sweat." 18-year-old Julie Wozchak will be going to Paris after winning an essay contest sponsored by the Dayton Daily News. She won for her essay, which was entitled, "Why I Want to Go to Paris with Some Old Guy from the Daily Dayton News." Dayton Daily News. Like that would have helped. Okay. A 3-year-old Texas boy remains in fair condition after being assaulted by the family's pet cougar. No one knows why the attack occurred, but hey, how about because their pet is a cougar? How about... Rap star Hammer is suing the Los Angeles Police Department after he and his entourage were mistakenly handcuffed by police. The most shocking part of this story, Hammer has an entourage. Painting that depicts a large rat sucking at the breast of the Blessed Virgin Mary was removed from a high school art display due to complaints by local residents. The artist blamed the complaints on a lack of art education, while I blame the complaints on the fact that it was a painting of a large rat sucking the breast of the Blessed Virgin Mary.
This guy died, Jerry Rubin, and he was a yippie.
Yes.
Not a hippie, but a yippie. I remember my dad going, "Who's that, a goddamn hippie or a yippie?" You know?
Yippee! Jerry Rubin died last week. Oh, I'm sorry, that should read, Yippee Jerry Rubin died last week. Sorry about that. I'm sorry. My mistake completely. I didn't read it right.
He was the handsomest man in the world.
Who's this?
Paul Newman.
Oh, wasn't he, though?
Just throwing that in as an aside. I keep a picture of Paul Newman in my living room.
Oh.
That was signed to me.
Uh-huh.
And he wrote, "To the judge, if only you were the judge on my DUI."
You do a lot of work for charity, Norman, in the sense that you'll go on TV shows for charity. You did, didn't you do Celebrity Millionaire or something like that?
Yeah.
And how did you do on that? Did you win money?
Yeah.
You
no,
did.
I did. The celebrity, the charities did.
You're not the celebrity?
The charities did.
But you were the celebrity on Millionaire.
Yeah, do you remember leukemia?
Yeah.
My money that pushed it over doesn't exist anymore.
You got rid of it.
I got rid of it.
No, you went on Millionaire with Regis, right?
Yeah.
And Regis asked you questions.
Yeah.
And then you answered up to, do I have this right? $500,000 worth of questions.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he won $500,000.
Brainiac.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I mean, you're pretty smart. 500,000 you got up to. That's pretty good.
Norm's a smart motherfucker.
But I'm not anywhere close to Brainiac.
Well, Brainiac, of course, was invented on Krypton. He's a supercomputer. But
Yeah.
I don't say literally. You're
I
Brainiac,
was saying, you're comparing me. That's high praise. Because
Well.
Brainiac, you could tell even from his head how smart he was.
And he had tubes coming out of his head.
I don't know.
Norm picked Paul Newman's charity because Norm wanted to meet Paul Newman.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
And
So
then-
you gave to his salad dressing
Yeah.
empire kind
And
of thing?
also, it is a great
The hole in
cause.
the wall.
The hole in the
kids
wall
or
game.
How long ago was this? A couple of years ago?
Yeah.
So Paul Newman was
26 years ago.
So did Paul Newman call you personally and say to you, "Hey"?
No, he wrote a letter.
Did he?
Yeah.
Look at you, $500,000 contribution.
Yeah, and I could have gone to meet him, but then I was too afraid.
What do you mean you were afraid?
Well, you know, and like it seems like a good idea, but then when it comes down to it, it's just you and Paul Newman.
Yeah, you don't know what
in
to
a
say.
room. Yeah, and then you got no stories. Like, what am I gonna say?
Paul
Hey
Newman-
man, one time Will Ferrell was.
Rob Schneider and
Yeah.
Football Williams. I'm sure
Rob
you'd love
Schneider.
that.
You know him at all? Do you know anyone that I'm talking about?
Are you?
Do you know any entertainers I know?
That was a great story about you and Redford.
Yeah.
Listen, me and Artie Lang.
In other words,
So that was Robert Shaw, huh? Hey,
Fucking Bud Friedman's backstage with me. This guy's a character.
What you're saying is Paul Newman wrote you a letter and said, "Why don't you come out to my Paul Newman ranch? And hang out with me."
Yeah.
So
but
I can
plus,
get to know
I
you.
kind of got the assumption that it would not be just me and Paul Newman. I suddenly had a fucking vision that it might be me, Paul Newman, and very sick children.
Oh, God.
So then it didn't become as appealing.
Well, you know what? Gary actually went to Paul Newman's house. Papa Booey went to Paul
He did?
Newman's. Yes. He was there for some charity event.
Oh, not to
I think
harass him.
it was a political thing.
A political thing. And Gary was in the barn. Paul Newman has a barn on his property.
Yeah.
And if he wants to meet with you, he meets with you in the barn where he has all his memorabilia from his, well, now he's dead, but he had all his memorabilia in the barn.
Gary, go to the barn.
You walk around and it's almost like a Paul Newman museum. You see pictures, you see trophies, you see Academy Award, whatever. And then Paul Newman appears at the barn and he speaks with you. And then he leaves, and that would have been it. I'm sure he wouldn't.
Oh, that would have been it. Oh, that's his shtick he does. It's
I
his
think it's a
meet and
shtick.
greet.
It's
It's
a meet
like
and greet.
it's like Artie backstage at an Indian casino. I was going to be Martin Short's friend for a while. We were in negotiations.
Yeah, how'd that break down?
I don't know. I met him. He was fucking funny, and he made me laugh, and he was laughing at me and shit. So I said, "Hey, we should be friends and stuff." And he said, "Yeah, well, let's be friends." You go to a cottage, and I was like, "Ah, fuck, I'd have to go to a cottage, you know." And then so it never caught on because the cottage was in my head and shit.
What do you
but
mean
still,
the
I would like,
cottage?
you know, that guy would be cool to
I
fucking
know.
hang out
But
with.
what do you mean that would be a good
But
friend for
then
you?
going to a cottage, you understand?
I don't want to go to a cottage.
Well, that's the problem
All of
with
a
you.
sudden, you're going on a cottage on a plane.
But that's
You go,
the problem.
Maybe I
Norm,
should have done this.
Norm,
What?
that's the problem
What's
with
that?
you. So if someone suggests something right away, it's not
Too guarded. I know what you're
it's
saying.
not too. It's not cool enough for you. Where would
They're
you
not
go
cool
with Martin
enough.
Short?
I think
Martin Short says, "Let's go to a cottage
No, I'm
and
not
hang
saying
out."
that. I'm
Yeah.
saying, like, I think you're right when I said I'm too guarded. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
don't wanna
willing
be-
to do things.
You don't want to be trapped in a cottage with Martin Short. The
I would
idea,
no, I love
the
that
idea
part.
of being friends with Martin Short is fun. The idea of being in a cottage with Martin Short and then having the pressure to talk and to interact with one another.
Yeah.
I understand. I'm the
Yeah.
same way.
Yeah.
It wouldn't work out for you,
Yeah.
and it wouldn't work out for me either.
But you go on that vacation.
But maybe in
with,
another lifetime.
Yeah.
Cool Hand Luke.
Yeah.
It's probably my favorite movie of all time. And The Hustler is obviously Paul Newman is my favorite actor. So I almost forgot.
Yeah.
Paul Newman. Yeah, Paul Newman is my favorite actor.
Yeah.
He's the coolest guy to me. He had the coolest life.
Right.
Like when he was 50, he didn't drive race cars till he was 50, and then he became like a top-rated amateur.
Oh, he
car
won
driver.
races.
Yeah,
And he left Hollywood.
Incredible. And he left Hollywood.
He's just like I'm done.
He was even though he was super handsome. He just had his wife, Joanne Woodward.
Yeah.
And he was by all accounts monogamous and lived a private life. And then he did all this amazing. Newman's Own, all this amazing charity work for sick kids, and so he has a life that
Butch Cassidy's up there.
Yeah,
It's one
Butch
of the top
Cassidy,
movies of all
the
time.
Verdict. Like you think of all the movies he's done that are classics,
Right.
Yeah, Butch Cassidy, I loved. Who are those guys? Where he kept saying,
Yeah.
Where
they're up in the
Who are
mountains.
those
Who are these guys?
Beginning to get on my nerves. Who are those guys?
Yeah, that had a lot of comedy in it.
Yeah, it did, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a funny, even when he got older, there was a movie called Nobody's Fool where he played like a kind of an old guy that was like he could get girls, and he drank. He wasn't a good father, he was like one of those guys that everybody knows, in real life. Everybody knows a guy that's like 55 and still goes to bars and and drinks and gets laid and doesn't grow up.
Yeah.
And so that was also a great movie. He's just had and I like that he and The Sting. I mean, there's so many movies.
Sting. And talk about a guy who picks good projects.
Yeah.
I mean, that's 60% of having a career like that.
Yeah.
Good to see you, my friend.
You too, Pally. How the fuck do you get $4 million? Where's that go? How the fuck do you get that?
You got to blow a lot of dudes. No, here's how you get it. You sell a whole bunch of your other cars that you bought over the course of the last decade.
Right.
So that you can raise the money for the one car. So it's like sell 5 or 6 cars to raise some of the money for the one car.
So is this like, you love this car?
I did a documentary about Paul Newman racing, and this is the car he drove at Le Mans. So, which is a big deal.
Did you meet Paul Newman?
No.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, sad, right?
He invited me to, because I was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Yeah.
And that was my charity, right? And so I won $500,000. And
Hole in the Wall gang?
Hole in the Wall gang.
Yeah.
But I didn't tell them. So they just got a check for
$500,000.
$500,000.
Should have got $1 million.
So then, yeah.
I want to get into that.
So then, they keep sending me they want more money. Like they think
it's like an alumni association.
They think I'm a guy with $500,000 every fucking year. So I'm like, no, I don't have $500,000.
Yeah, this Norm MacDonald, he must be some sort of shipping magnate or something.
Exactly.
I've never heard of him, but he evidently has very deep pockets and loves homeless children, so we should just keep hitting him up for money.
That's exactly it. He was going to meet me, so he's my hero, kind of. I love that.
Newman's your hero?
Well, I love all his movies, and I love how he's conducted his life.
Oh, boy, do I have a documentary for you.
Really?
Yeah.
The one you made?
Yeah, it's all about his racing life.
Oh, that's awesome, because, I love that, I don't know how old he was, but he was 40 or something. You know, he was, when he started racing.
Yeah,
he became
late
40s. Became one of the best
4-time national
drivers.
champion.
Amazing.
I got 2 of his championship cars 100 feet from here.
And he's by all evidence, he was monogamous with Joanne Woodward. You know, he wasn't a player when he was the most handsome guy ever. You know what I mean?
You know what's weird? I just thought about Norm. I think you might appreciate this conceptually. We appreciate 2 dudes. We appreciate the guy who's been faithful to his wife for 47 years and never looked the other way with all the trappings of Hollywood.
Yeah.
And we then thus also worship at the altar of the guy who fucked everything that wasn't nailed down. Like, boy, that guy was serious cocksman. I mean, boy, he fucked everyone. We don't, but when someone goes, he fucked like 8 chicks over the course of 40 years, we go, I don't know about him.
Well, you know, it's like if a guy,
like it's feast or famine in the fucking department.
It's like if a
one
guy,
chick or 180.
If a guy gets divorced twice, he's kind of a loser. But if he gets divorced 9 times, he's a character.
Oh, you know? Ladies' man. Yeah, hide the daughters when he comes into town.
This I heard Larry King say to a guy once. The guy had lost his child. Oh, no. And Larry King goes, Paul Newman told me, you never get over it. It's like some unfeeling psychotic.
So, let me think if I can think of a joke. It only seems fair. Jeez, I don't know a lot of jokes. Oh, I know a joke. There was a guy who had a great pig, man. This guy had the greatest pig in the world. And so a guy come to his house and said, man, I hear you got the greatest pig in the world. So the farmer goes, are you kidding? You talking about Bill? The guy goes, I don't know, man. I just heard it was a pig. I didn't know it was a name. He goes, yeah, his name's Bill. Bill the pig. And this pig, man, he's the best. He goes, why do you say that? How come you say that? You got any examples? He goes, I got examples. He goes, last summer, man, he goes, our child fell into the well, you know, and was in the well. We didn't even know, and the pig came running. I was at the back 40 hoeing, and the pig grunted and snorted, and I came, just got my son out just in time. God bless that pig, you know. The pig had a wooden leg, by the way. I forgot to tell you that part. And so then he goes, yeah, that's interesting, but he's got a wooden leg. He goes, let me tell you more about the pig. He goes, then another time, he goes, that pig saved my life, man. I was under the tractor, and a pig with his own weight pushed up the tractor and hurt his spine. He had disc issues later, but he did it for me on account he loves me. And he goes, well, but still, you only got the wooden leg. Never mind that, the guy says. He says, listen to my stories about the pig.
He goes, this pig, well, you know, last summer, the big fire, you heard about the big fire? You never heard about it? It was a big fire. It was a big fire all down the rural Route 20 here, and it hit our house the worst. Anyways, the wife and I are very sound sleepers, and we didn't hear anything. And if it weren't for the pig who hit his snout on the window outside of our bedroom, hit it with such ferocity that it smashed the window open, and we escaped, you know, the black smoke, then we would not be alive today. Why we belong to this pig. This pig, we would not exist without it. It's our most prized possession, if you could even call it that. We love that pig more than anything. And so then the guy said, but I still don't understand. How come it's got a wooden leg? And then the guy says, are you kidding me, man? Have you even been listening to me? You can't eat a great pig like that all at once. You know? You haven't heard a word I've said? What is wrong with you?
And you often speak of your native Canada.
Yeah, I love Canada.
You mention it a lot.
Yeah, a couple of people.
3 to be exact.
Yeah, they like it.
That's important. Where are you from? Are you from a big city? Where are you from?
I'm from a little town. It's called Monkland, and it's only 108 people.
108? That's small.
It's country, you know. It's really rural. And but man, I'll tell you, there's lots of funny stories from there.
Well, I'm sorry we don't have time. Thank you very much for coming, Norm. It was good having you here. It was Norm MacDonald. Good night, everybody.
It's farm people, you
there
know.
are funny stories from this town.
Yeah, it's farm people. They all seem to be, you know, there all seem to be a funny story. I remember one time.
There better be, Norm.
There was a guy, man. He lived down the road. His name was John Neil Mergerison. And this guy, I went to him once. I've been away for a couple of years, you know. I moved to the city, you know, and I came back. And I said, John Neil, how you doing? You know, I went to his what do you got, farm? And
yeah, that thing, yeah.
So he showed me his pigs. He had a bunch of pigs there, you know. He had a bunch of pigs, a bunch of them, and one of the pigs had a wooden leg, you know.
What?
Oh yeah, a wooden leg. So I thought that was odd, you know. So I says to him, I says, John Neil, that's odd. There, what's that pig? What's the story with that pig? So John Neil, he goes, oh man, Norm, he says, that's a special pig. He goes, you wouldn't believe that pig. I go, yeah, well, tell me about it. He goes, that pig, you wouldn't believe it. He says, last winter, you know, he goes, the house burned down. You know, you probably heard, the house burned down. And he says, me and the wife, we were sleeping on our bed. And he says, we never would have heard. We never would have heard. We never would have woken up. But he goes, that pig, he broke out of his pen. He ran all the way to the house. And he went up to the bedroom window, you know. And he says he starts hitting his little snout on a window, you know. And he says, me and the wife, we woke up. And we got out, man, just in time. We escaped that inferno. He didn't use the word inferno. He's just a farmer.
But you threw that in there.
Yeah, he said, we escaped that conflagration, you know. So I go, man, that's quite a story about the pig. He goes, oh, man, it doesn't stop there. I go, really? And he goes, yeah. And he goes, just later after that, like the following summer, me and the wife were plowing in North 40, and our little boy, only 2 years old, man, fell into the well, and all alone, you know, and we no way we could do anything. We were plowing, and he says we didn't hear, you know, and he says, man, you know, we're getting older. We're probably not going to have another kid. You know, that kid means everything to us. I go, I know, John Neil, I know that. You don't have to tell me that. So he said, I said, what happens? He goes, that very same pig. He says, he heard the child's wailing plaintive cry. He didn't say plaintiff, you know, he's a farmer. But he says he heard the child. He broke out of his pen. He ran all the way to the well. He looked down. There was the poor son of ours there, Billy, you know, down at the bottom of the well. He says the pig, he took his snout there. He started pulling up on a rope. and the kid got right out, you know, and man, that's great, isn't it? And I go, man, that's the greatest story I ever heard. Man, oh, what a pig. I said, what a pig that is. I said, one question though, John Neal. I said, he got a wooden leg. I don't understand that part. Pig got a wooden leg over there. John Neal goes, man, he goes, what are you, crazy? He says, a great pig like that, you can't eat him all at once. You know, he says,
Mr. Abraham Lincoln, everybody.
yeah,
All right. I can never forgive you.
I'll tell you how I watch Saturday Night Live. I tune in about 5 of midnight to watch Norm do the news, and now I hear that he's been fired from the show. You are the shining light on Saturday Night Live. The best part of Saturday Night Live is when you do the news.
Right.
And in fact, when I went on Saturday Night Live, I only wanted to be on the news. I refused to be on any of the sketches.
And you actually said this.
And I said, the rest of Saturday Night Live sucks except for Norm.
Yeah, that was great.
That was great, right?
Turned out you were completely wrong.
According to the experts.
It was like over the holidays, it was...
what holiday was that?
The Christmas.
Oh, okay, go ahead. All right, just be clear.
Over the Christmas holidays, I was...
Where were you? Were you at home?
I was in Los Angeles, and then...
With your wife?
Yeah. Then I started hearing stuff about, hey, it doesn't look good, and things, they want to make changes, and I didn't know what they were talking.
Who was telling you this?
Just different people at Saturday Night Live, you know.
The cast, you mean?
No, the people that work there, like the other guys that you don't know.
Is it true that the rest of the cast doesn't like you much? I read that in the paper today. Is that true?
You did?
Yeah, come on, be honest. Is that true?
I don't know.
I know for a fact, because I did Saturday Night Live. You told me you lock yourself pretty much in your own room and you don't really communicate much with the rest of the staff. Is that true?
The cast?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I like them.
You do? But they don't like you much?
Well, how the hell do you know if a guy likes you or not?
You can tell if people enjoy being around you. Are you difficult?
Oh, no.
You're not. Okay. All right. So you... He probably is.
I don't think Norm sees himself.
No. So you had heard rumors that there were going to be changes. It doesn't look good.
It doesn't look good, yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Who said that to you?
Just people, I don't know.
Name names.
On the show. Well, nobody knows.
Why are you being so evasive? Name the names of the people
You
who
can
said
tell us what their position is. I mean...
Well, guys on the show, you know, nobody knows these.
Would you say guys on the show?
You know, like not cast members, it's just
writers.
Writers?
The guy with the long hair, the fat guy who writes for you. What's his name? Okay, so he tells
Frank
you...
Sebastiano.
Frank Sebastiano. He's a good guy.
Name names.
He's a funny guy.
So he told you it didn't look good.
It didn't look good.
Yeah. So then,
but you got to see Frank Sebastiano to know that you would not put any credence in anything he said.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
So Frank Sebastiano keeps telling me it doesn't look good, and I'm going, that's just Frank, you know.
Yeah, he don't know it.
Right?
Right.
So then, you know, and plus everybody's always saying that to me. Hey, things don't look good.
Right. You even say things don't look good.
Yeah. People don't like you, and I go, I don't know what. Who cares, right?
Can't believe that people don't like you. But go ahead.
So then when I got back there this week, right? And so then I was hanging out and stuff, and then the guys go, hey, man, you got to call this dude Don Ohlmeyer, who's the president of the network.
Don Ohlmeyer is the president of NBC.
Right.
And they're telling you you've got to call Don Ohlmeyer.
Yeah.
He tried to get in touch with you, and they said, please call Don Ohlmeyer. Who tells you to call Don Ohlmeyer?
He didn't try to get in touch with me. He said to Lauren, I want this guy off update, you know.
He said Don Ohlmeyer wants you off update.
He told Lauren that.
Lauren wants you on, but Don Ohlmeyer wants you off.
Right.
I don't buy that for a minute.
Well, what do you...
Lauren wants you off of it. And he's afraid to tell you to your face because he has a relationship with you.
So he has Don Ohlmeyer do it.
So he has Don Ohlmeyer do it.
Because
what's
he got to do with Saturday Night Live?
Am I right or am I wrong?
I don't think you're right.
Oh, I know I'm right.
Yeah?
I'd bet any amount of money on it.
So you're telling me Lauren got me off Saturday Night?
Yeah.
Doesn't he run Saturday Night Live?
They don't tell Lauren who to take off Saturday Night Live. You think Lauren's on you? Lauren digs you, right?
Yeah.
You think Lauren is against what Don Ohlmeyer is doing?
Well, that's what he told me.
And that he can't do anything about it?
Man, you're naive. First you speak to Lauren, right? And Lauren says call Don Ohlmeyer.
Yeah, he said, you know, you should call Don and...
When has any staff member had to call Don? Lauren's the guy in charge of Saturday Night Live. Why do you have to call Don Ohlmeyer?
Well, he's like apparently I don't even know what the guy is. Yeah. He's the president of the whole network.
Yeah, but when any other instructions about what you're doing happened, where did they come from?
In my
In your tenure there, who talked to you about what was going on?
Answer the question.
It was Lauren.
Right.
Fine.
So why now are you talking to Don Omar? Because Lauren doesn't have the balls to tell you he wants you off Weekend Update.
Wait a minute. Lauren doesn't want me on Weekend Update?
Right.
That's it.
I'm being serious with you now. Of course.
Well, that's horrible.
All right. So you called Don Omar. Tell me more about what happened here.
He told me he wanted me on Update.
Yeah, of course he told you
to
that.
you.
He's lying. I would do the same thing. If I didn't want Fred on the show, I wouldn't do it myself. I know Fred 10 years. I can't do it. I'd have Tom tell him. Right.
Wait a minute.
Of course.
No, but you
Every weasel does that. I'm the biggest weasel there is.
Lauren doesn't want to tell you. How's Lauren going to tell you? He
Right.
likes you.
Yeah, he likes me, right?
Right, but he doesn't want you anymore.
Oh.
It's a business thing.
Be serious with me. Do you buy for a minute that Don Omar has the power to do this?
And what is Don Omar probably doesn't even watch the show.
All right, let me hear this. So when you called Don Omar, what did he say?
He said he didn't want me to do an update.
Why?
Because he doesn't think I was funny.
He said that to your face. I mean, he said that to you on the phone.
Yeah.
I don't think you're funny.
On the phone he did this?
Yeah.
And you said, well, I am funny, right?
No.
What did you say?
I said, funny is just whatever you think. I mean, I believe you don't think I'm funny.
You might be the only funny guy on there, on that whole show. That might
Maybe
be the only...
Don thinks the rest of the show is funny.
Does Don think the rest of the kids? Does he think those cheerleaders are so funny?
He said to me that Update is like dragging down the show, and that...
Really?
Yeah.
Gee, I must not know anything.
Yeah. Well,
and then what did you do? Did you yell at him? Did you say anything to him, or did you just hang up? Well, tell me.
No, I just said, listen, if I'm unfunny, then he said, I want you to be better. And I go, well, I can't, because if I'm not funny...
How can I make myself funny?
An unfunny guy can't be funny, yeah.
Right. This is really the discussion you have with this idiot.
Yeah, so then I said, but this decision is coming from you, right? And he goes, what? And then I go, because I've talked to people on the show, Lauren and stuff, and they're for me. And he goes, well, if that's what they tell you, sure, blame me.
Oh. So he's basically telling you.
What?
That it was a group decision, and he had nothing. I mean, really, it was Lauren's decision.
No, he said blame me.
He said blame him, but he's saying basically,
So that's it? That's what you want to say?
What? I don't know. What?
You're accepting this?
What do you mean?
And are you now with Saturday Night Live in any other capacity, or have you quit? Out and out.
No, I got to keep doing sketches.
Is that right?
And you don't want to do sketches?
I don't. I mean, I'm not.
And who will be the news guy now on Saturday Night Live?
I think maybe it's Colin.
That's what it says in the newspaper.
Yeah.
And it says you agreed to be replaced.
Well, that sure is hell ain't true.
That's not true.
No,
you love doing the weekend update. Sure, and be serious.
Yeah, that's the thing I like doing the best. That's the only thing I like doing.
I can't get a read on you. I don't know what's going on with you.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
I mean, when somebody fires you,
That's it.
What the hell?
Well, what are you going to do about this?
So you're going to go back, and you think they're going to write you into skits, actually?
Well, the thing I don't like is they write you into things, and you can't, like I don't have no character where I'm...
Well, you do Letterman. You do that good.
Yeah, I do, I don't want to do Letterman anymore, but I do some impressions and stuff, but sometimes they write you in sketches, and this is what they didn't do when I was on Update, because I had Update.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, you got to be like... you gotta be like the scientist that discovered Monkey Boy or something.
I know. Yeah, you're not even Goat Boy. You're the scientist who discovered
Monkey Boy.
Yeah, you're being a straight man to Monkey Boy.
Right,
yeah, I don't get Goat Boy myself either. I mean, I'm with you on this. I don't understand the Goat Boy sketch.
I like Goat Boy.
Goat Boy's cool. They just run it too long.
I was talking about Monkey Boy.
Monkey? Oh, you don't like Monkey Boy.
Monkey Boy
okay.
you don't like,
Yeah,
huh?
I'm with you.
I agree with you on Monkey Boy.
Yeah. Nobody likes Monkey Boy.
I say, after the makeup, what's up?
Like even those two women that do they do a sketch where it's public radio.
Yeah.
Yes.
The first time they did, I said, man, that is brilliant.
Yeah,
that is public radio. Now they've done it 87 times, and I'm like, well,
nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, I'm immediately out of there, and I just come back when Norm's on.
Well, sometimes they do that. Like I did impression of Letterman on the show.
Yeah.
And then they want me to do it again. I said, I don't want to do it again. I already did it.
Yeah.
You know
And you
what I
feel like
mean?
you're beating the guy up after a while.
And plus, it's only funny once.
Right. Like, do it once, everyone goes, it's brilliant,
Yeah,
and then
figure something else
And then
out.
if there's another reason for it, you just don't write something to have Letterman on again.
And then, like, even the cheerleaders, first time I saw that, I said, man, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
Perfect send-up of
Guys who bobbed
cheerleaders.
their heads, that was funny. The
Brilliant.
first couple of times.
Yeah.
Now they're making a movie out of that.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's insane. The world is insane.
Don Ohlmeyer is a good man, though. I mean,
Boo, man, don't kiss the corporate ass that just fired you.
Yeah, I mean,
he's not a good man. He's a coward.
He said you're not funny.
Why? He said you're not funny, number one, which you are. He's a skunk.
look,
He's a skunk.
Listen, I've heard all kinds of horrible stories about Don Ohlmeyer.
A guy calls you up and tells you you're not funny. You're a performer who makes his living being funny.
You've been doing it for 4 years. You're not funny.
You think that's a delicate way to tell a guy he's fired? How about saying we just want to make a change, we feel like it's getting a little stale, something like that. But you're a very funny guy. Can't say that. He has to say to your face, you're not funny.
That's what he thinks. I'd rather hear that than what.
So why are you saying he's a nice guy?
So why is he a nice guy? That's not nice.
He just seems like he's stuck by his OJ. You know, he's stuck by his friend.
There you go. Yeah, Don Ohlmeyer's the guy who's stuck by OJ, isn't he?
Well, I would say he was a good judge.
Yeah.
Of anything.
Don Ohlmeyer likes OJ.
Yeah, he wanted to put OJ on TV and have him redeem himself.
Don't tell me he's a good guy.
I just feel like Don Ohlmeyer has gone through a lot of problems. He was, he was. People said he sexually harassed women, and he went to, that he was a drunk and all this stuff.
Who said that?
Well, he went to rehab.
He did?
Yeah.
This is a really good way of introducing all of that and still saying he's a good guy.
No, he is a good guy.
You are an amazingly calculated man.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Vicious.
You are vicious.
Vicious man.
Wait, you don't think anyone's seen through this? Dude.
Not funny.
What's the matter with you?
I'm just saying, that he's a guy that's taken some knocks over the
You want me to call Don Ohlmeyer right now and ask him if he could have your job back?
Sure.
Okay.
You told me that we should go our separate ways, but now you're back, begging for a place to stay. Oh, it's not right. I wanna kiss you when we fight, kiss you when we fight. Hit the road, babe. I don't wanna see no mess you make. I don't wanna hear about your mistakes. I just wanna live my life without you. So have a nice day. Close the door and be on your way. Not much else I don't wanna say. I just wanna live my life without.
They say revenge is sweet. Bob Saget and Norm MacDonald are hoping it is also funny. Saget makes his feature film directorial debut. MacDonald his writing and starring debut in Dirty Work. Basically, two guys who've never done this job before. It's an irreverent comedy that proves getting even can lead to odd situations. Sort of like Ghostbusters.
Yeah, a little bit, but there's no ghost.
Just hookers and trunks.
Hookers and trunks.
Which is good programming in the morning for your family.
You've never done this before. You've never done this before. Nervous at all?
Hookers and trunks, or you mean the movie thing?
Big, funny directorial debut, comedy, you, starring role.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure.
Yeah, I'm nervous.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not, because I take the Xanax.
3-4 cases a week, isn't it?
No, I
sell it to him.
Do you?
No.
Tell me about the movie.
Actually, he's a very, very funny man.
The movie?
Oh, I'm sorry, I got crazy. I was reading that. The movie is two guys that start a revenge for hire business because one of their dads, Jack Warden, needs a heart transplant.
He's my dad, too. He's both of our dads.
You can't say that, though. That's secret information.
Oh, yeah, that's the big plot twist.
Yeah. So, we give that away later. Let me tell you how The Exorcist ends now. Silence of the Lambs, they kill that guy.
Revenge. What do you know from revenge? Do you have any experience in your own life with revenge?
Yeah, I always think up revenge is to get back at guys. Like if they screw me over, if they do something mean,
Really?
Oh, all the time. Like this one guy, man. He would always what's that? What do you got there?
A little article about you in a little feud with another network.
Oh, yeah. There's this character over on the NBC. He's the president, and he hates me.
And why?
He doesn't think I'm funny.
Sorry, I shouldn't be laughing if you're not funny.
No, I am funny.
Yeah.
He's very funny. I think he just doesn't know you.
He's a jackass.
What about Dirty Work, though?
What about Dirty Work?
Can I have that?
Yes, matter of fact, yeah.
That's a good thing.
Okay, he shot to national attention as the wittiest Cervic anchor of Weekend Update on Saturday Night Live. Now he's starring in a brand new movie out called Dirty Work. Here's Norm MacDonald. Hi, Norm. Norman's here. Norm's so much in the news every time I turn around.
What? Oh, me in the news?
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Hotter than ever.
Yeah.
My gosh. Looks like they did you a big favor over there at NBC.
Yeah, they hate me.
Oh, but look what happened to you. Became a movie star, just like that.
Yeah, that's true.
But hadn't you already started filming this movie long before that whole controversy began?
Yeah.
So what do you make of all this? What
do I make of it?
Yeah, what's the point?
The point of
they're
what?
trying to make, you know.
Who?
So
you got to explain to the people.
No, they read the papers. They know.
Yeah, they know that NBC has banned promotion or commercials featuring your movie on their network.
Yeah, because this character, Don Ohlmeyer, he's the president of NBC, you see?
Yeah.
And he hates me.
Yeah.
But you've only met him one time, I understand.
I've only met him once.
So this is not a personal reason that he hates you.
Yes, he hates me personally.
But you like him, don't you?
I think he's a fair enough fella. I met him once. He seems like a stand-up guy. I don't hate anybody.
That's
you
right.
know Don Ohlmeyer?
I've met him a couple of times, sure.
He seems like a nice enough fella.
Yes, absolutely.
And I don't, you know, put it this way. His best friend is O.J. Simpson, right? Now, if you can like O.J. Simpson, you can like me. You know what I mean?
I wonder what it is about
I mean, he has his foibles, O.J.
Yeah, sure. Don't we all?
I love that word, foibles.
Although I think O.J. is kind of rehabilitating himself. Did you see where he's stabbing that woman with a banana? Have you seen that?
At least that one doesn't
That's
really
a lot
harm.
better. That's, you know, it's not
a
a
step
sharp
forward, is
It's a
it?
step forward. But these gay guys, man, I was reading, you know about the...
These gay guys.
I haven't even said hi yet. All right. Tell me what it is with these gay guys.
I know, I'm already...
I just read this thing about the Michael, George
You're reading
Michael.
a lot, aren't you?
Yeah, I got a little time off. Now I read the newspaper. And this really strikes me about the gay community. I don't know if they're a community, but
called West Hollywood.
Yeah, they're gay, and it's, you know, George Michaels. He hangs around the bathroom. He has sex with multiple guys. This is
no way. You got to get it right. Hangs around the bathroom, and it was described as a lewd behavior, but I don't remember sex with numerous guys.
Well,
is that what you took away from it?
What does he do?
What were you, in the next stall?
I could have been just having a nice bathroom regular thing.
I don't know what lewd behavior is, but I don't know that he was in there with numerous guys. But anyway, go ahead. We get the gist of it.
This is definitely a gay thing, like, because this is a pop superstar. You know what I mean? You're not going to walk into a bathroom and all of a sudden Farrah Fawcett's like, ah, you know? You're not going to...
What? I love it.
What I'm saying is, why would a famous pop...
What was she doing? What was that, some sort of cervical belt sander thing, or what was that? Oh, Christ, what are you, Linda Blair?
They do. That's what they do.
Right? That's what ladies that I know do.
Good to know that primetime exposure's paying dividends there.
But I think that's what it is. It's that the gay, that's why they have separate bathrooms. Let's face it. If they had women and, you know, women, as you call them, I call them ladies. If you had them in the same bathroom, like you go in the bathroom to do your business, see a man about a dog there, you know, and you're in the bathroom. You're in the bathroom. All of a sudden, a beautiful lady comes out. Oh, here's my vagina and breasts. You're going to be hanging out at that bathroom a lot. So I don't blame anybody for anything.
Can you believe Ohlmeyer didn't get him?
We're all the same, man.
Have you ever met Ohlmeyer since then?
Don Ohlmeyer I met once, after he fired me.
Yeah.
Then I went and visited him in his office, which it wasn't an office I've never seen. It was like a wet bar and a bunch of weird sports trophies. He's a big sports guy, you know.
Yeah.
So he explained it to me what happened, but he did it all with sports stuff, you know. Like you said, man, you see, you're the number 3 hitter, but now you're going to be number 8. And then later on, Ken Griffey will show up. I didn't know what the hell he was talking about. And then I said, well, Christ, man, what the hell am I supposed to do? And he goes, I don't know, just walk it off, you know. And
I'll put it in sports terms why you got fired. You were fucking with OJ too much. That's exactly why you were fired, man.
Well, I don't know.
That's his buddy.
Yeah, it's his buddy.
Yeah. Well, that's why you got canned.
OJ's a good guy. I mean, he's not.
Well, we got to end on that, Normie, but there's what they'll remember you by. OJ's a good guy.
Man,
Thanks for coming on. Norm MacDonald and David Spade. Stick around.
The people here asked me to do the show, you know, I gotta say, I felt kind of weird, you know. I don't know if you remember this, but I used to actually be on this show, you know. I used to do the weekend update news routine, you remember that? And, yeah. That's where I did the make-believe news jokes, you know. That was me, right? So then, a year and a half ago, right, I had a sort of a disagreement with the management at the NBC. I wanted to keep my job, right? And they felt the exact opposite. So you see, they fired me because they said that I wasn't funny, you know? Now, with most jobs, I could have had a hell of a lawsuit on my hands for that, but see, this is a comedy show. So they got me, you know what? But now, this is the weird part, right? It's only a year and a half later, and now they asked me to host the show. So I wondered, I go, hey, wait a second here. Hey! I go, how did I go in a year and a half from being not funny enough to be even allowed in the building to being so funny that I'm now hosting the show? How did I suddenly get so goddamn funny? It was inexplicable to me, because a year and a half, let's face it, is not enough time for a dude to learn how to be funny. Then it occurred to me, I haven't gotten funnier. The show has gotten really bad. So yeah, I'm funny compared to, you know, well, you'll see later. Okay, so let's recap. The bad news is, I'm still not funny. The good news is, the show blows. All right, folks, we got a bad show for you tonight. Dr. Dre, Snoop Doggy Dogg, and Eminem are here.